Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, tamu sana, tamu sana, yes. There are some remarks made by Miguna, remarks that have been shared by K24 some few hours ago. K24. Miguna suggests he will sue those behind his deportation. We will seek and get justice because without justice, there can never be reconciliation and there can never be peace. Peace must be based on justice. Peace and reconciliation cannot be based on falsehood, on lies, on propaganda, on political hatchet, jobs which is what we have had for the last 5 years. It is not a privilege for me to come home. It is my right. Miguna. In this video, as usual, I want us to have a look at those remarks by Miguna to see exactly who those remarks are directed to and what Miguna wants to achieve by making those remarks. If you are watching us for the very first time, subscribe, give this video a like. Yes. Those remarks by Miguna goes on to expose the kind of a confusion Miguna has found himself into. And I'm saying that because Miguna was deported by Ruto's government. So it's almost very clear and certain that Uhuru and William Ruto might have sanctioned Miguna's deportation. And the interesting bit about it is that now William Ruto has allowed him back. That's the confusion. And when Miguna says that his coming back to Kenya is not a privilege, but he's right, I'm seeing that as a direct message to William Ruto. Miguna is telling Ruto that he has done him no privilege to allow him back in Kenya, but that is right. I'm seeing a lot of confusion here. In this video, I want us to dig deep to see exactly the confusing games being played here. And I'm saying confusing games because it appears that some people might be using Miguna to incriminate some government officials who served in Uhuru's government. And at the same time, I'm seeing a rebellious Miguna who seems again to be rebelling against the same government that might have allowed him back. Let's dig deep, ladies and gentlemen, to see the confusing games going on here. Yes. Miguna swore in Raila Odinga as the people's president on 30th January 2018. Days later, he was forced out of the country. And then on 26th March 2018, Miguna tried returning back to Kenya, upon which he was detained at JKIA for about 2 days, and then later deported on 28th March 2018. And just hours before Miguna's deportation, Justice George Odunga, a High Court judge at that time, found Matiangi, DCI Kinoti, and Boynet in contempt of court, or rather in contempt of court, for not releasing Miguna. Yes. Those were some of the events that followed Miguna's deportation. So, as it is right now, I still believe and I maintain that if Miguna at all is to go to court, then I'm seeing a Miguna who is most likely going to court to sue Matiangi, DCI Kinoti, and former police boss Boynet. Those are the main suspects Miguna might go to court to sue. And also the immigration officer who also sanctioned his deportation. And I'm seeing that kind of a possibility because if you look at the current politics being played in Kenya, it's as if William Ruto's government is trying to fix some top government officials who served under Uhuru Kenyatta. And they are just trying to look for any loophole that they can nab those kind of government officials who served under Uhuru Kenyatta. And Miguna presents a very good loophole through which they can now penalize those government officials. That's one thing I'm seeing here. So it might be possible that William Ruto's government is using Miguna to get back on leaders such as Matiangi, DCI Kinoti, and former Inspector of Police Boynet. And I'm saying Matiangi and Kinoti because William Ruto and his team have all along been complaining about Matiangi and about Kinoti. So Miguna presents a perfect opportunity for them to penalize those government officials who worked under Uhuru Kenyatta. That's one line I'm seeing here. Miguna might be used, or rather Miguna is most likely being used by some people in Ruto's government to get back to Matiangi and Kinoti. And also, I'm also seeing a very interesting fact here, where Miguna might go for the whole government. Yes, Ruto's government. And I'm saying that because it's a fact that Uhuru and William Ruto most likely sanctioned Miguna's deportation. And by the fact that Miguna is saying that his coming back to Kenya is not a privilege, but his right, it's also possible that Miguna might be interested in going for the whole government. Yes. And in this case, those who bore the greatest responsibility for his deportation, who are William Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta. I'm also seeing that kind of a possibility. And from where I see it, that is a possibility that is most likely going to set Miguna on a collision path with William Ruto and his team. And I won't be wrong again to say that by Miguna going for that route, maybe Miguna has realized that William Ruto and his government, or rather his team, upon him returning to Kenya, these people have ignored him. Because I've not seen Miguna actually meeting William Ruto since he returned to Kenya. Apart from Mashujaa Day celebrations, where they met and greeted one another. I've not seen Miguna meeting any of those top government officials. An indication that Ruto's government might be sidelining Miguna. They are most likely ignoring him. And that might have also informed Miguna's remarks that his coming back to Kenya is not a privilege, but his right. So I'm also seeing a Miguna who is just trying to be himself. A Miguna who does not actually, he does not know how to maybe maintain relationships, because we can still remember he used to be a very close Raila Odinga ally. They differed with Raila Odinga, and then they made up with Raila Odinga again, and then upon his deportation, they fell out again with Raila Odinga. So on that, using that as an example, I'm seeing a Miguna who does not know on how to maintain and keep relationships, or rather his relationship with people. And this might just be an indication that Miguna's relationship with William Ruto might be maybe fading out. He might be falling out with William Ruto, going by those remarks that his coming back to Kenya is not a privilege, but his right. But that's just my opinion anyway. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, let me stop it there for now. But even before I stop, those remarks by Miguna shows clearly some people might be using Miguna to settle political scores with some government officials who served under Uhuru Kenyatta. And then secondly, I'm seeing a Miguna who might be looking at a possibility of going for Ruto's government. And in this case, that's going to set him up on a collision path with William Samoei Ruto. Let me stop it there. In case you are watching us for the very first time, subscribe, give this video a like. And to our fans and subscribers here, I'm very much humbled, very grateful for the kind of support you're giving me here. God bless you, God bless Kenya. And I'm also appealing to any of you who wants to support our channel here that I've pinned my number on the comment section. Feel free to contact me through the number or to send any contribution to the number. Let's meet in our next analysis. Thank you.